wanted to watch this. Let's watch this.
In September 2000.
Oh, this one is crazy, dude. What happens when a fake cop pulls over a real cop? Real police sergeant. That is crazy. Why would you act as a fake cop? Why would you become a fake cop? I know about one incident a long time ago where this one young guy was acting as a fake cop. He was pulling people over and he was asking for their IDs and stuff like that, and he was also using that information to do something illegal as well. I mean, he was doing already illegal stuff, but he was doing on top of that something illegal, and police one day found out and they acted as a citizen or something like that, and they got him like that. But damn, this is a new one, looks like a new one, but let's see what happens here. What happens?
2023, an on-duty sergeant from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was traveling through a construction zone in his unmarked squad car when he spotted a Ford Explorer that closely resembled Indiana State Police vehicles.
Wait, don't tell me it's the one I'm talking about.
The driver, 23-year-old Jonathan Becker, wore a neon green uniform shirt with patches, similar to Indiana law enforcement attire.
Okay.
Jonathan soon pulled in behind the sergeant and activated his white and amber.
No way, it's the same one I'm talking about. This is for sure same one. But let's see.
Lights, signaling what appeared to be a traffic stop. In response, the sergeant pulled over.
Of course.
But Jonathan continued driving, turned off the lights, and was later seen in another construction area with workers dressed in similar attire. The sergeant asked Jonathan if he was a police officer, but Jonathan denied it and accused the sergeant of speeding in the construction zone. While they argued, the sergeant called for assistance from uniformed officers.
Oh. No, that has gotta be crazy.
As they spoke, the sergeant noticed John's tactical belt had a radio mic, a key ring with an Indiana State Police logo, and a black whistle, items commonly used by police officers.
I mean, he really looks like a police officer though. Honestly.
Are you a police officer in the state of Indiana? I already answered this question.
Wait, hold up. Is this guy on camera just chugging a goddamn tobacco? He's gonna do that? But he's stop, officer, please. Golly, man, I'd never seen that shit before. Never saw that coming. Golly. Okay. Not even a cigarette or anything, but goddamn, the whole tobacco can is gone.
Well, the reason I asked you before is because I wanted to make sure if you are a police officer.
I already told you my answer.
Okay.
Stop asking.
You told me you're not a police officer.
I already answered that question.
You understand why I stopped to talk to you, correct?
Yeah, because you flew past me going 80 miles an hour in a post 55.
Okay.
For no reason. How do I know you're not on your way to the call? Because your lights are on.
What lights?
You're not in a police car, a marked police car. Okay. And then you put your badge on to talk to me.
Correct.
And your gun.
I didn't put my gun on. I have my gun with me because I'm a police officer.
All right. Well, I didn't see your badge on.
When I went by you in the car, you mean?
Yep. You put it on to come talk to me?
Correct. Because I wanted to make...
Bro is still in his character, dude. Bro is still in his police officer acting. I mean, he's doing good. He's acting good. I mean, he's really, his aura is a little bit better than the real officer. But let's see what happens.
Make sure that you knew that before I just come up and start talking to you what was going on.
All right.
Okay?
All right, go run. Let's get this over with.
Okay. Do you understand what's happening here and why I'm here to talk to you?
Nope.
You don't understand?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, now he knows his scope.
Responsibilities enforcing traffic law on
I'm a flagger.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities to enforce speeding law on the interstate?
Whenever we're in a construction zone, I do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay. Has anybody tasked you with the responsibility
to
flash your lights at motorists on the road and tell them to slow down while you're driving?
What do we do?
Okay, what you're doing right now is stationary on the side of the road trying to ensure the safety of people in a construction zone, right?
Yep.
Okay. You understand the difference between motoring public on 465, which is a busy interstate in Indianapolis.
I don't know what your point is here.
Okay, my point is, let's step back and look, okay? Would you agree that some people might think this looks like a police car? Or some kind of emergency vehicle?
It's a traffic control car. It looks
Okay.
like his car.
Okay.
The like his car,
which is
just
why
like
I-
his car.
okay.
We all use
Which is
different
why I
types of
asked you
vehicles.
why you are essentially trying to enforce traffic law on the interstate.
Who said I was trying to do that?
Did you not activate your lights? What you said to slow me down?
I did not.
You didn't activate your lights?
Nope, and there's a witness
Okay.
wherever he went.
You didn't activate these lights right in the front of your car?
Nope, my strobe lights, I did not.
Okay, what other
Wow.
lights did you activate?
So maybe he's lying?
Activate any lights.
Okay, so there's
Do
two
you have any
different
proof that I did?
stories you've given me. You said before it wasn't your strobes, it's your high
Okay.
beams.
Well, you said strobes. You
Okay.
told the warrant officer I thought.
Okay, these lights that are right in the front that are
Did I flash my
strobing.
strobes? So
Lights-
now you have two different stories, okay? So now you
You
said
understand the
you
action
said
of these
headlights.
lights?
So you said headlights and then strobes.
Man, I hate people like this. Now he's really, like he knows he's caught, so he's acting tough as like, okay, like he got me, the other guy got me, but I gotta be strong here, still strong here, and cannot break down suddenly. I cannot be like, yeah, you got me, He won't do that, he knows that he's gonna be really, really cooked. So he's gonna try to, play out with the words and sentences or like match the vibes with the other guy, or kind of match the level of the other guy, so just so the other guy will believe little bit at least, like, oh yeah, maybe he is real guy.
So which one?
I'm
which one
asking
did you see?
I'm asking you what you
Okay.
activated, and you said you didn't activate
All right,
anything,
I'm
which is
done
not
talking.
accurate. Okay.
I'll talk to somebody else.
Have you ever been arrested?
I'll talk to somebody else. I'm done talking to you.
Hey, is your laptop? Or do you have, well, you don't have one in there.
Yeah, I got one.
You got a laptop?
Get this guy, dude. I
John explained that he owns Indiana Traffic Operations, a company specializing in traffic control at construction sites to ensure the safety of construction crews.
I have plenty of guys that work with me. Cops, IPD guys. So
Okay, are you on for place for the wreck?
Doing traffic. That's all I do. It's not like I'm not doing
And
anything. And he's all over
like,
me.
why is he, if he's like actually what am I saying, if he's actually a fake cop, why is he doing that? Is he getting money from somewhere? Is he getting benefit from it?
642.
I don't know what he's trying to gain out of it.
Assist.
Do you have your ID on you? Come on, we need it. Well, he's saying you're a witness to this whole thing, so I should probably get it.
This dude, he drives by in his Jeep. We're going what? 60? And it's a 55 on Caitlin.
It was also discovered John was on probation for unlawful display of emergency lights on a vehicle.
Mr. Becker, is your driver's license? Are you on probation?
Yeah.
You're on probation
You already
in
know the answer to that
Hancock
question.
County?
You already know the
What
answer
are
to
you
that
on
question.
probation for?
You already know the answer to that question.
Just
looked it up,
answer it,
you already
dude.
know.
I hate this
Okay,
guy
What do you
attitude.
think he's on probation for? No, actually, I've never seen somebody on probation for it, but he's on probation for improper use of emergency lights.
It's not improper use. You need to reread that.
I'm not here to write you a ticket.
Okay, I know
What
that.
do you
but-
think the odds are that of
Okay,
all
hold
people...
on. Reverse. You said improper use. What did it say? Now you're implying to him that I use red and blue light.
I didn't imply anything.
You just told him, and so
You're
now
on-
everyone thinks they're.
Did you flash your lights when you were behind him?
Unlawful
No, I didn't.
Of emergency
I
lights
didn't.
on a
He
vehicle.
flew past.
Well,
me
you're not the
like
police. So guess what? If somebody flies past you, call the police.
What do you think the odds are that of all the people that I stopped to talk to for flashing their lights on the interstate?
He didn't flash him, but
Whatever you want to call it.
he
bud,
flew by me
okay?
at 80
You're on-
miles
you're
an
on
hour, which
probation
would make
for unlawful display of
a
emergency
reason
lights
for us
on
to
a
believe that he
vehicle.
did
So,
something about it.
Yes, you probably know a lot about the statute.
I
But you
do.
probably, if you're on probation for that, shouldn't be on the interstate trying to slow traffic down. And this is your lucky day that the car that you try to do that to happens to be an unmarked police officer who happens to be working. Okay? So don't give me a hard time when you're on probation for something
Don't touch
related.
my car.
Okay?
I'm not touching your car. Stop touching my car.
You're lucky I don't tow it, which is within my purview.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I've got your ID. You have this gentleman's information. I'm going to make a police report.
Okay.
How
Do
that-
it, dude.
how that
F this
handles
guy.
Anything for your business based on what your current status
I don't know what
is?
the hell is even
I do
doing.
not know. What is your probation officer's name?
I have to look at it.
You don't know who your probation officer is?
He's a real chill guy. I have to check in with him
Okay.
maybe once a month, so I don't even.
No problem. My suggestion to you is this is probably a bad idea. Your intentions may have been good, but bad things happen when people start down that road. And I'm not talking about you having to flash them at a police officer. I'm talking about people get pissed off. I legitimately was doing something that you have no idea what I'm doing. That's what we do for a living. It was just your bad luck that happened to be what I do for a living. Okay?
What, drive 80 miles an hour in a 55 and then weave in and out of traffic?
I'm not going to take advice from somebody on
I'm just
probation for
asking
this,
you,
okay?
because
I'm not here to diminish what you do.
If you're in like an unmarked course or something like that, all right, cool. But you said you're in COVID investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do, I'll tell you what I do
Bro,
for a
what
living.
I heard COVID, so I was.
No, I don't,
Nice,
I don't go
nice.
after COVID violators, okay?
Dude ain't even listening, bro.
He's tried to cut him so many breaks. I was mad when I heard about this. I wasn't even here.
We go after people. We do gun crime investigations. We get people to not know that I'm the police. That's what we do for a living. So, no, I don't normally waste any of my time, but you pique my curiosity, flashing your lights at me. I understand now you say you didn't flash any lights or whatever, and it must have just been my random luck that I came up here to talk to you and you happen to be on probation. I have no idea who you are. I have nothing against you. I'm just telling you, it's a bad idea to be on the interstate flashing your lights at people.
I'd say this car by blind.
Are they together?
I think so. The skinny one with glasses drives that.
Somebody
He does have red in
Yeah.
I've never seen this one with lights on, but I've seen him at the crew car wash, and I could have swear I saw steady burns that are red and blue.
It's like, it's clear what they're doing. Like, you're wearing you got a thin blue line plate cover, you're wearing a thin blue line hat, like.
Come on, man. We all know, whether you want to admit it or not, what you're trying to do. There's a place
What
for
am I
that.
trying to do?
Apparently, based on what you're saying, you're trying to get me to slow down, okay? It's not your job, unfortunately, today.
Well, you're
Maybe
the
it will be
police.
in the
You
future.
shouldn't be driving like that anyway.
It's not your call. You don't know what.
Who the hell are
It's not my
you?
fault, but you as
So
a
then
police
don't do
officer,
it.
you should be driving with due regard. And that was not due regard. And I'm sure he can vouch for me. That was not due regard.
If I saw this car coming up behind me and I couldn't see the plate, I couldn't see the lights, I would 100% think it was a cop, like an out-of-county cop.
Weaving
Mr.
in and out.
Becker,
Oh, no. Hold
listen
on.
to
You
me.
had your piece.
I will
I'm
not
gonna
be
have my piece.
lectured.
Okay,
It
all
is
right.
not your place.
Yeah, because you should know better.
You don't know what I
You're
was
the police.
doing.
I'm not even the police, dude.
So what was I
And
doing?
then you asked me 20
Explain
times.
to me what I was doing.
Weaving in and out of traffic,
No.
signal, and speeding.
What was I
with
doing?
no due regard.
What was I looking for?
I don't care what you were looking for.
How? So that is
You're
not your
driving with
place.
no due regard.
That is not accurate. How do you
Exactly.
know? Was I
So maybe you
following a
should have
murder?
So this is like a random person in the traffic. I get it, the police guy could have been going 80 miles, whatever, 90 miles, but this is like a random dude just telling you for overspeeding. Like, who the F are you, brother?
Suspect?
So maybe
Was I following a murder suspect?
that's your business.
Was I following a murder suspect?
Obviously not. You were
Was I
following
following?
me
How do you know?
because you followed me here.
How do you
You
know?
follow that murder suspect. You'd be following him right now.
make
You wouldn't
my-
be talking to me,
You make
right?
my point for me, okay? Your actions, okay? Look it up. In the state of Indiana, when you take action and cause someone to take another action, okay? When you take action like on the interstate, flipping your lights on like this, you cause a chain reaction. You don't know what I was doing, okay? You didn't know I was a police officer. You just thought I was somebody driving on the interstate, coming off the interstate, onto Shadeland, right? What I'm saying is it's not your place to enforce those traffic laws. I understand your heart, your intention might have been in the right place. I don't know. I have no idea what your deal is with Hancock County. What I'm saying is that's a bad idea. As it turns out, you're trying to lecture me on something that you don't know what our job is and what I was doing, okay? I understand you didn't know I was a
Dude
police
is
officer.
really
Yeah,
acting
yeah,
tough
yeah.
to, or acting really like to be a police officer.
All right, that's all I want. All right.
He's just a traffic guy,
Not your
dude.
place.
It's not your plate. You're a citizen. I'm sorry. You can drive down the street and want it all
So,
day.
I'm
It's not your job.
I'm not asking you to give me a lecture. I'm here just explaining to you. Actually, I was out here working. I understand now. You think, whatever, I'm wasting my time here.
Okay, but you get where I'm coming from, right? I just see some
You understand?
jackass
I don't like.
driving down the road going 50.
It doesn't
not your
matter.
job.
It's not your job.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to give you a ticket, okay?
I understand that.
I suppose I could. I haven't been to traffic court in a long time. I know where it's at. I know how to give a ticket. I know they're expensive now, and I'm not trying to tax you like that, okay? You have to understand, you're trying to,
Like,
in this conversation,
so dumb, dude.
justify what you're saying you're not doing. Anyway, I'm going to snap a couple pictures of your vehicle. I've already got your information. You're free to go. Do you have any questions for me?
I just need a copy of your business card.
I don't have a business card with me. I've already told you my name.
You have your run-
I'm making
you
a
have
report.
run number, but you have a copy of the report.
I do not provide copies of the report. You have a report number. Can you just pull a number and then write it down for me?
Did you just run it 3012 as an organizational plate?
No, it took me a while to get it, but it is like an LF plate.
Like a supporter plate?
No, it's a law enforcement plate.
Just humor me and run it 3012 on
Wait,
an
what was that?
Plate.
Real ISP plate, Johnny's plate. Letter O. Oh. Letter O. Oh, you get that? I see. So it's like 0, but it's like letter O.
Just humor me.
I don't know
and
what
run
is
it
what is the
3012
deal with
on
this
an
guy,
OR.
bro?
Yeah, it has to be
Like why?
it's
Who put him there?
3012.
Why
Did
is
he
he
say
there?
how he
What's
has a-
his
a-
job really?
What was it? Like Warren, like Michigan City or whatever it was?
Yeah, so Warren County, Williamsport is way out west, damn near to
Did he
Illinois.
say how he has that plate?
I don't know, but this comes back on a Brown 2000. That thing is not 2000.
John claimed he
Damn.
purchased the vehicle several months prior, along with the equipment inside.
Fake
Officers
plate
observed
too.
a radar gun, a radio box, light siren box, and a mounted computer in plain view.
Damn, bro. Bro is like a whole. Bro got the whole goddamn police officer car with everything. What police have? He's like a real like actual police officer.
All of which appeared clean and functional.
Yeah.
It's your stop.
Yeah, like, whatever. We can
If it's over 30 days, I'm gonna tow.
I'm fine just making a report and going on with my day because I don't want to. This is not how I like spending my.
Something with the day.
He's lucky that the guy who caught him is little bit chill dude, you know, for real. If some angry cop would have, you know, they would have really towed this guy and towed him too. Towed the car and towed him too.
Date that you bought the car to show me that it's not older than 30 days.
Oh, I got a temp tag.
Perfect.
Do you see what this says? Please display this portion in the rear vehicle window.
Why the hell it's
Does
not?
it say anywhere on there to put a plate off of another car and just drive around with it?
Damn, man. Goddamn scammer. And he's acting so tough like he's the right one here. Like these all are wrong and he's the right.
It doesn't.
Which you can do.
My bad. Wow. That's the word you get from him. My bad.
And you obviously, if you know.
My bad.
Why are they just leaving him alone, dude? Like arrest him or do something crazy so he learned something from this shit.
My bad.
Yeah, exactly.
While retrieving the vehicle registration, since the plates were linked to a different vehicle, officers noticed a Glock magazine, 2 pairs of handcuffs in the passenger
Bro, this guy is a like legit fake cop. You get what I mean?
door, and what appeared to be tactical vest and body armor in the back seat.
It's a handcuff.
Recording.
store. You do security. Do you understand that doing security means you cannot put someone in handcuffs? That's what the police. That's what the real police do. Is put
Okay.
people in handcuffs.
Yeah,
Now they are throwing him down. Now they are pulling him. He was up in the sky, you know. He had all the wings with him. Now he's coming back to the ground. Now he, you know.
stand there.
There's no firearm in here, but there's a magazine and bullets.
Yeah, well, I got obviously clean this out because I just transferred everything to my other car, but there's no gun. I
Check
have a
him, bro. Check his
Glock.
vehicle. Like, what the hell?
19.
Where is it at?
This dude has
But I
been lying
can't
all
carry,
that time.
Right, because I'm on probation.
You know your business better than us.
Okay, well,
I haven't looked at. I don't know.
pretty sure I have
what
to
the
tell you,
conditions-
I can't have a firearm. I don't have a firearm.
I'm just
So,
telling you. I don't
it's at
know the
house,
conditions of your
and it's
probation.
secured.
There's probably people who have conditions of probation that say like, if I'm working, I can. Maybe across the board. I mean, it's only a C misdemeanor that you're on probation for. So
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't know
like
that
I'm
I've
a-
ever encountered somebody on probation for a C misdemeanor. So, and I don't do probation. So I'm just gonna say you probably know your business and your risk better than. Sure, it's there, but I'm gonna go down that route. Have a nice day.
Wow.
As the sergeant
Chill
and
cops
officers
he
left the
got.
area,
Lucky.
John was seen taking pictures of their vehicles. Given the odd and suspicious nature of the situation, the sergeant decided to dig further.
They
After
should
the incident,
have.
the sergeant reached out to other law enforcement agencies to see if they were aware of similar interactions with John. He received a photograph from June 2022 showing John directing traffic for churchgoers leaving a service. The photo had been taken by someone who was concerned that the vehicle John was using resembled a fake Indiana State Police vehicle. The investigation deepened as the sergeant reviewed footage from August 2022 recorded during the funeral procession of an Elwood police officer killed in the line of duty. Amid the procession of police vehicles with flashing emergency lights, one vehicle stood out, a car operated by John, equipped with red and white emergency lights bearing a license plate that read, Indiana Traffic Operations. However, the sergeant would soon learn that John made his day-to-day activities well known to the world. Police discovered numerous photos on his public Facebook profile showing him dressed in attire similar to law enforcement uniforms. His bio listed him as the owner of Indiana Traffic Operations LLC since September 2022, though he later removed this information. Among the posts on his page was a photo of John changing a flat tire, but what drew attention was his utility belt, which clearly
had a Glock.
Displayed a firearm. Police subsequently reviewed John's TikTok page, Indy Traffic Cops, which contained hundreds of videos showcasing police vehicles, including his own fleet. In one video, John proudly displayed the interior of a Dodge Charger equipped with emergency lights, and a silver IMPD police badge was visible. While these badges were never publicly available, they could be acquired by retiring officers. Following the incident where he pulled
Damn, this guy got some deep connections, dude.
over the sergeant, John appeared to change his TikTok username. Additionally, police found his company's Facebook page, where several posts featured law enforcement-related hashtags. The investigating sergeant believed these posts conveyed a misleading impression that Indiana Traffic Operations was connected to official law enforcement agencies or activities. The company's website was also reviewed, revealing several professionally taken photos of John. The sergeant particularly noted the images where John was standing in a public roadway, directing or possibly obstructing traffic, despite there being no apparent reason for his presence there. In addition, police found John's Instagram page, where his bio stated he was the owner of a page called Law Enforcement's. The account featured over 2,000 posts displaying law enforcement-related vehicles. The sergeant conducted a record search too, and confirmed John had never been a police officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department or any other agency. However, he had participated in the IMPD's Explorer program as a high school student in 2016, a detail confirmed by old YouTube videos on his channel, along with other law enforcement-related content. With that, his interactions with real police officers stretch back to 2021, when John was stopped for operating a silver Dodge Charger, outfitted with equipment mimicking that of unmarked police vehicles. Items like handcuffs and an Ohio State Highway Patrol sticker were discovered. John was cited and warned about driving a vehicle designed to impersonate law enforcement. By April 2023, John was stopped again, this time for moving violations. A different Dodge Charger, now with state police-style decals, carried a firearm on the passenger seat and tools associated with emergency responders. When officers asked John at the time about the color of the lights on the Charger, he replied, "Get a warrant." In May 2023, a sergeant reviewed footage from another agency showing John arriving at an accident scene before first responders. He blocked a lane of traffic and walked freely among injured parties, police officers, and firefighters. At one point in the footage, both a police sergeant and a firefighter appeared confused about John's identity and his presence at the scene. The investigation also revealed John had owned 22 vehicle titles, most of which were police models. Only 4 were active at the time of the inquiry. Based on several of these factors, the investigating sergeant who was initially pulled over by John concluded that John had falsely portrayed himself as a law enforcement officer. On October 17, 2023, the state of Indiana filed a probable cause affidavit. After a review, probable cause was established and a warrant for John's arrest was issued. The following day, records show that John had been taken into custody.
Bro, it's bald as fuck.
Ultimately, John was charged with impersonation of a public servant, a
Level
level 6
6.
felony offense. He had also received a Class C infraction for operating a motor vehicle with a false plate, and he was released a few days later on a $250 cash bond.
Are you goddamn serious right now?
But the story didn't end there. Just over a year later, John dug himself into deeper shit. He was
Oh.
arrested once again, this time for felony impersonation of a public servant and unlawfully carrying a handgun in his white Ford F-150.
Bro, what is with this guy with like a fetish with being a police officer, dude?
A newer addition to his fleet that he had proudly showcased on his TikTok page shortly before the arrest. I think this ship has sailed, but why didn't he just apply to be a police officer?
Like, I get it, like some kids have like a, you know, like they wanna be police officer in the future. Okay, I get it, bro. You wanna do it, you know. But goddamn, do it in a right way, man. Do it in a legal way. But like, what the hell is this? Just buying a cars? Like, I feel like he got really deep connections with people, dude. Buying police officers' car, really full on functional cars, dude. Having police officer badge, having the whole goddamn uniform. Not a single thing is missing. Whistle, mic, like, you know, a radio, everything he got it, dude. He even got a gun, the holster, everything. Like, bro got some deep connections. And but just too much, dude. And but yeah, that was his day. But actually so dumb actually that for that first time he was released for $250 bond. Are you goddamn serious right now, bro? Like, that is so dumb actually. But so weird that this guy just wanna be police officer, act tough, or pull over people with some random police officer car. And dude had bought so many cars, and all of them were like police cars, you know. So weird, bro. But finally they got him, thank God. Like, that was unlucky for him, but lucky for community, lucky for people, dude. W video, man, for real. What the hell?